Alright, we showed you how the shakeout bag empties. And so we're going to try to show you now how you take this bottom plate off if you need to clean the brush during a job or something. You got a lever on each side that you loosen. This just tilts up. And you got a couple pins at the front that you line up. When you're putting it back on, set that aside. The belt comes up, and you always, and the top of the belt goes to the right side when you're facing it. And you just roll it over like that, and the belt's loose. And then you just lift the bar straight out, and you can take the belt and set it aside. And you want to check it for cracks and things. And then you can see the brush bar has some hairs on it, but you can see the bearings in here. It spins real nice, and it's a really nice quality brush made out of aluminum, and it's got beater bars on one side and it got nice bristles on the other. These are replaceable. You can pull those out if you need to, and I think you can pull these out too. I'll have to check on that. But the bearings are replaceable. The end caps are replaceable. It's got rubber end caps to help isolate it so it doesn't vibrate very much. And this bar is the VG1, which has if you can see from the side a little bit, it's like a twisted flat piece of metal almost.
It's machined aluminum.
Yeah, and now the VG2 is the completely round bar. It also can have beaters on one side. It's a less expensive bar. A lot of times you see these vacuums for less money. You want to make sure if you can to get the VG1. It's a little bit better bar, but the other one works fine too. But this is real easy to clean. You can just take a knot, you can just take scissors or something, go right along here and cut all these hairs loose, and I'm going to clean this here in a few minutes before I put it all back together. But it's pretty easy to do. Set that aside. There's a couple Phillips head screws here and here. It's real easy to take apart in the field. If you take that apart, you can get to this fan, which is under here, and you want to keep all these hairs, things like that accumulate. You want to get rid of those. And you want to also keep an eye on this part in here where the belt rides. You want to make sure that stays clean, because if it builds up with gunk, it's going to wear your belts out faster. And that's pretty much all you got to do. If you get a clog, you can take this apart if something jams in here where the impeller is at, and you can clean it out. But you can see there's a pretty good air path here. You got a nice wide opening here, and you got a nice little air path. Everything comes in, it gets sucked to it gets centrifugal force, forces it to the sides of the chamber, and all it has to do is hit the outside of the chamber, and this fan's blowing everything towards the bag. And all you got to do, go through this chamber here, which is pretty wide, right into the bag, and it's held up there. And while we're doing this, if you want to hand me the camera, I'll show the number plate. A lot of people want to be able to see that. Hold it steady so it can focus. And you can see the serial numbers and the amps and everything on that. And it's a pretty good vacuum. It has good wheels all the way around, and it's easy to work with. And so far, we're impressed. It did a really good job. But we're going to clean it all up and get it ready for the next job. We're going to shoot videos with this vacuuming. So if you like this vacuum, you're going to see more of it.
We're going to clean it up real quick, turn the camera off, clean it up real quick, and then put it back together to show you how easy it goes back together. So we'll be right back.